all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
Beyond.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Beyond, episode 199. Holy crap! Episode 200 is next week, everybody.
We're on the precipice.
Man, we gotta do something. We should plan something, shouldn't we? Everyone, stop panicking. Remember, if you've already gotten your RSVP that you're coming to the live show next week for episode 200. We have not sent out the final details yet. You have not missed anything. Your spam filter has not eaten anything. Ryan Clements is all over it today. He's also alongside me. What's up? Hey, Ryan. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
This is an interesting intro because it's not the normal one anymore. Now we're in uncharted territory.
That's okay.
Uncharted.
Keep going.
I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Ram Clan member Ryan Clements. The Ram Clan, starring Ryan Clements. Also, over to my left, and I have to turn my head now since we have the new mics. We were just talking about this. He only does everything Colin Moriarty.
Beyond.
And making his Podcast Beyond debut. But he's been whoring himself out on other podcasts for a while now. New IGN, EIC, Casey Lynch.
Beyond.
How
Welcome.
are you, sir?
I'm really well. Although when we went out on was it Monday night?
Yeah, that Tuesday.
Tuesday night with Epic Mealtime.
Yes.
I think we yelled so much that I lost my voice. So.
Totally. I can hear it in my headset. I don't have it back yet.
Yeah.
They were loud, so we had to be loud as well. And I haven't been loud like I was loud in college in years. And
Yeah, it was very loud.
I just want to know when our cigarette delivery is getting here.
Oh my gosh. We're not going to tell that story just yet.
Okay,
I know,
good.
I won't.
Well, shenanigans ensued. It's been a big week, though, for PlayStation, if you didn't know. So let's begin this show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. Colin,
Yeah.
read it to me.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm
get to
doing
do it
this.
today. You get
I'm
to
reading
do
my
it
own
today.
Roper report.
Yeah, this is, of course, the Spin Zone with Colin Moriarty.
Yeah, the heavy spin
whatever
zone.
he's put on here.
Number one, there are 9 items on the list this week, by the way. 9 items.
So number one's announcing that there's 9 items. The real news
Number
starts at number 2.
Here's the category of the 9 items.
Number one, is the PlayStation Vita launching this fall? Uh-oh, Clements, is it?
Might be.
505 Games blasted out a press release today indicating that its game, Supremacy MMA, would be coming to PlayStation Vita, quote, this fall. Vita's release date was assumed to be revealed at Gamescom this year, but has 505 Games jumped the gun?
Was it assumed to be at Gamescom?
Yeah, I think everyone, that was basically the,
Well,
in Europe and, yeah.
Yeah, well, the word on the street was that it was going to be like November for Japan, right?
Right.
But there was no confirmation for North America, so kind of the skinny was something was going to come out of Gamescom. So
Yeah, I mean, that was the assumption. PlayStation's obviously huge in Europe, and so that seemed to make sense. I think that the rumor was, I think Sony basically confirmed that the Vita would come to Japan in 2011, and there was no
They've
date
been throwing on
anywhere
the
else.
holiday too. They've been throwing on the holiday thing to try to get around that, because they said holiday and then following to other territories and blah blah blah. So
Right.
The whole thing is very hazy at the moment.
Yeah, but this is good news.
Yeah, I feel like we wouldn't they have issued a retraction of the press release by now if there was like some big mistake or they didn't mean to actually say that.
I heard the MMA supremacy. That PR has just gone to crap lately, so I doubt it.
we don't know much about that.
I
though.
doubt it.
I doubt it. Are you going to find a better deal on this sectional sofa? I doubt it.
I guarantee it. We got to get those sound clips so we can do just answer things and just I doubt it or just
Or
I guarantee it.
I do it. Colin, do we have more Vita news on here?
No, we don't.
Well,
What?
so let's just say this, because the other big news that broke late last night, Nintendo announced like at midnight that there was going to be a massive price cut to the 3DS coming in August. So what does that mean for Vita? I mean, originally when they announced the price for Vita, $250, everybody thought, oh, it's competitive for 3DS. And now the 3DS is going to, I can't do math. I don't get paid to do geography. How much does that mean? That's going to be $180? With the,
Yeah, I think it's a $70.
$169. That's
Yeah,
right.
so $80 price
Right.
cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, should we just go again?
Sure. Well, Josh wrote into beyond.ign.com. He asked the same question. Said, granted, there aren't that many compelling titles to play on the 3DS, but with the price $80 cheaper than the Vita, I'm not sure how many people will take software into account. Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. So we'll just make this topic of the week then, because this is very fitting.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole bunch of there's another Vita one that they're cutting the RAM back, Colin.
Yeah, I saw that. Did that happen this week?
Yeah, that happened today.
Oh, okay.
They finally confirmed it or whatever that we have.
Right, yeah, because I remember there have been rumblings about that for a while.
Brett wrote into beyond.ign.com asking what our thoughts were about it. He points out that the RAM is going from 512 to 256, and he says the iPhone is 512 megabytes of RAM. That gives it an edge over similar phones. If it was up to me, I'd say remove the rear touchpad, keep the 512.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But then they have games like Little Deviants and stuff that wouldn't work. So
That sucks though.
Yeah, it does suck.
Anytime a system is less powerful than it could have been.
Well, yeah, and what does that mean for the games that have already been in production?
Tear.
Or, you know what I mean, for Uncharted, Golden Abyss and stuff? Like, how much was that relying on that, and what does that do for the future?
Yeah, it's a bummer.
I don't know. Is the real
RAM
answer.
is important. That's all I know.
I'm sure it is.
Charles tells me that like every day
I see him
when
eat
we have
RAM
breakfast
sometimes.
together.
Yeah.
And
Is that what he has for breakfast?
Yeah, and then we have like biscuits and we drink a really nice coffee that we've brewed together. Then he tells me about the RAM.
Okay.
Okay.
Casey, is it a big deal?
The RAM or the price?
The price.
I think it's definitely changes things. I think there was an edge coming out of E3 where people thought, oh my gosh. I think people were expecting the V to be more expensive, frankly,
yeah, totally.
when it was announced. And so at a $250 price point, I think it was competitive. But now all of a sudden, 3DS is markedly, I mean, it's 30-some% lower than what it was. I think it could make a difference, especially then if it's also less powerful. You know, the RAM thing, and we won't probably be able to feel the ramifications of that immediately. But like you said, Greg, I mean, I think, you know, a year or two down the line, without a significant update, I think that could impair its, you know, its abilities or developers' abilities to really get the most out of it.
Exactly. Got to keep squeezing the lemon to get the juice.
I don't think you can underestimate the effect of software, though. I mean, he says that people don't take it into account, but I think that's why 3DS hasn't sold. I'm not really sure it's the price of 3DS that affected it as much as the fact that there's just nothing to play on it.
Well, no, you're right. I mean, like being compelled to go out and spend that much money on something if there's not a ton of great games, yeah, for sure.
And I also think that, you know, Sony seems to have learned an important lesson maybe from PSP and the very slow and painful death of the PSP. That
wasn't painful.
It was pretty painful to
It
see
was
no
7-year tailspin.
to see no game, like, you know, just very few games like trickle out. You know, you got Parasite even then, and then a couple months later you get like Dissidia, and then, you know, it's just like I think that they have a compelling launch window of games that they're gonna have prepared for it, and I think that that's gonna be exciting to some people. But I still think the Vita only sells to the core. I think 3DS sells to many more people. You know, so. I don't even really think they're competing with each other, to be honest with you, in a sense.
See, that's what I thought too. That's the way I felt about it too, because I think the 3DS has just been such an afterthought. We saw it at E3 when it debuted 2 years ago, and people thought it was going to be the most amazing thing ever. I guess, is it 2 years ago? Whatever, I'm bad at math.
It was,
when
yeah,
it debuted,
2010.
It was 2 E3s ago.
Thank you, that's what I'm trying to say.
When we played it tethered to, like,
Exactly,
people.
to blonde women.
Yeah.
And now that we have,
The
you know,
only
now
way
that
to
it's
play.
out here, a ton of people have it. A ton of our friends bought it. None of them play it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
nothing to do with it.
That's all relative too, because a ton of people haven't bought it. I mean, a ton of people bought it initially, and then when Ocarina of Time came out, but the sales have actually been really poor.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I talked about 3DS a lot, you know, on this podcast before it came out, and said, you know, I predicted that it wasn't going to do well. Everyone thought I was crazy, and I was just saying that there are no games. There's nothing to play on it. Like, the more you go forward, it's like there's this Kid Icarus game that's not really a Kid Icarus game. There's a Pilot Wings game that's not really a Pilot Wings game. There's a Zelda re-release. And a Mario game we don't really know anything about, and a Smash Brothers game that apparently isn't even being developed yet.
Yeah. They wrote on a cocktail napkin what they wanted it to look like.
I have a question for you guys. Going back to the original discussion of the PlayStation Vita, curious to know what's the RAM on the PSP 3000 or /Go? Do you guys know?
I have no idea.
I'd be very.
Where's Scott Lowe?
I'd be very. Yeah, actually, I'd be very curious about that because I kind of want to gauge if I'm going to be able to tell the difference here.
Well,
we gonna look it up?
I'm gonna look at. No, I'm looking at getting Scott Lowe on the phone.
All right.
Well, we can keep going.
All right, that sounds good. We could. I think. Can't we call him on this thing?
Yes, but we've never done that before.
All right,
Do you want to? You want to take a shot with that? I don't mind.
I don't know if it's
we can
gonna
try.
work.
We can fly like an eagle.
All right, hold on a second. So do I?
With this thing, it's a hardwired phone. What is it?
It's a call box. They use the 1UP kids brought it in. It's one of their toys. We don't screw with it all that often though.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna.
You're doing
press.
it. All right, we can.
There's
we'll
so many
fill time.
computers on the table.
Yeah.
Gotta do something about that.
Yeah. Does one of the computers? No, one of the computers was Skype, and the other computer had the phone. Casey, how you doing? How do you enjoy working at IGN?
I love it.
There we go.
That's about how I feel every day. No, I love it. It's fantastic.
Well, the phone's
There it
off the
is.
hook right now. The phone's off the hook to it. There you go.
Yeah, but I need to dial something.
I know. So now turn it on. Now pull up. There you go. See?
Oh.
See how the phone when you pull the phone off,
It
the
is
phone's
so
off the hook.
loud.
The phone's really loud.
It's gonna be okay, everybody. We've only been doing this 199 episodes.
If you just joined us,
You know what? I'm not gonna.
about you forget it?
afraid of
how about you just Google it, please?
No, it's funner. It's funner to have Scott Lowe on the phone. We like Scott Lowe. He's
know, I do
he's
too.
the tech tower, the gear god.
Yeah. I think I could figure it out. I just need to. I just need to turn it down.
It's too late.
Here we go.
You missed your window.
Oh no! Wait. There's a cut.
Nope.
Oh, there's a dial right here.
Too late.
I missed my chance. I could have made something
I
great.
haven't done a Colin with this thing. I'll be right on top of Colin. It's like I'm kissing Scott Lowe.
Oh, it also wouldn't have picked up because we're not recording on that channel anyway. So
Yeah. Well, we're learning.
we're learning. We'll
Scott
get
Lowe's
it.
not gonna answer the
We'll
thing,
get
so-
it.
They're evolving.
Scott's.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Oh, it's gonna give us a phone.
I
I
think I did that. I think I did that to you, didn't I? On the phone, on the.
We did this to somebody.
Yeah. I think
He's busy taking pictures of himself in his kitchen with his girlfriend. So.
Still one of the best photo shoots ever made.
Should we move on?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. Bear with me on this one, Greg. This is some. There's some.
Go.
There's some
Is
numbers.
this one of the traditional Colin incredibly meaty
Yeah,
report?
that's right.
Is this? Do I?
I'm already tired, Colin. I've been packing all night
I
to
know.
move in with you today.
I know.
It's happening.
Relax.
The PlayStation Home is being found
I know.
today.
It is the PlayStation Home.
Wait, do I have to bear with you also, or just Greg?
I just need Greg to bear with me
You-
because
you
I think you
just-
guys are bearing. I think you and Casey are just bearing just fine. To be
Okay.
perfectly honest with you.
I am a bear.
PlayStation.
fine.
So today, also PlayStation 3 or Sony's financials came out for quarter one of 2011.
Q1
And-
they call it. The kids.
I think they call that Q1. I think they call that when you're a CFO. PlayStation 3 sales have dipped, according to these details here. According to Sony's first quarter financials released today, only 1.8 million PS3s have been sold in the April to June period of this year, as opposed to 2.4 million during the same period last year.
Well, there was a lot of bad press out there.
Yes.
Credit cards being bled out into the internet.
I know,
The Hamburglers stealing them.
The Hamburg, Jesus. Q1 game sales are down 12% year over year. But Sony does predict that more PS3s will be sold to the tune of 700,000 this year by the end of the year than in last year. Also, PSP sales are up and PS2 sales are down. Can you believe it?
What is this world?
Go figure.
Moving on. Number 3. Resistance 3's beta has finally been dated. Yes!
You gonna play a lot of this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're going to live stream it next week. On August 4th, those with beta codes from SOCOM 4 will be able to get in on the action. PlayStation Plus subscribers will get in on the action when the PlayStation Store updates on August 23rd. There's no word yet on if anyone else will get in on it.
Do you
Probably
know
not.
any details about it? Maps we're getting, anything like that?
No, I know that. So the modes will be deathmatch and chain reaction. I think James Stevenson from Insomniac posted on PlayStation Blog right when we were coming up here, so there's
okay.
probably more details. But I think it'll just be 2 modes. I think the beta is actually already running for some Insomniac community members.
In-house stuff. Okay.
I gotta throw something out there, guys.
Throw it.
Please do.
I want to personally meet everyone, every family, every individual that is buying a PlayStation 2 right now. I just want to see what they're like. I want to know what kind of person is buying a PlayStation 2.
Well, according to the stats, in Q1, 1.4 PS2s were sold. Or one, no,
I'd like 4/10 of a PlayStation. I'll be back for the rest of it.
so that's only
he lost
so
it.
that's
He
only
lost
one
it.
family. No, 1.4 million. Sorry, my bad. So that means that 1.4 million new PS2s. Like, who's buying PS2s right now?
People really want to play
Is that a
Summoner.
great point?
It's people who don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's somebody whose kids are just getting into video games, and they walk into Walmart, and there's a PS2 really cheap, and it's got games.
Wait, do they still sell PS2s at Walmart?
Oh, yeah, they got
Gosh,
to.
that's so
I
amazing.
mean, I haven't been to Walmart in a long time because they're outlawed in San Francisco. But.
I mean, the crazy thing is as well, I know that they sell a ton of PS2 games. I mean, they've got those racks where they're like $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, for somebody who's not looking to spend a lot of money, it's actually not a bad idea.
And
but
it's a phenomenal system. It's just
crazy.
funny that it's a little
I know.
late to the party at this
Yeah.
point. It's past Ryan Clements late to a party. Like this is
You
this
come
is
late
Jim,
to
this
parties,
is Jim
too.
Riley late to a party.
Who doesn't
now.
come at all, then?
Right.
I still want to stand behind my 1.4 units sold.
Yes, yeah. So then I'd only really need
Sounds
to
a little
meet
more
one
accurate.
person.
That's right. It would be-
and like half of a person.
It'd be more manageable. That's the dog.
Right.
Perhaps some of these were also given to, though, maybe gamers that want to just replace their PS2. I'm not saying a lot of them, but some people, PS3 is not backwards compatible anymore. Pretty compelling library on PS2.
I could understand that.
So maybe people, maybe people are just buying them and putting them away so they can play their games later or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
I would
It
be
doesn't-
that kind of person.
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
I am the
doesn't
one
make much
that
sense.
I am the one that bought a new PSP 3000 just to make sure that I was set and I could play Dissidia for as long as possible. Because
yes.
my old one was breaking down a little bit.
Yes.
It is interesting, though, nonetheless.
Do you regret that decision? Because
Oh.
Basil Frank from Cape Town, South Africa writes in and says, Beyond. Hey guys, I love the show. I have a quick question about the PSP 3000. Local retailer has it on sale for $119. I've never used or had a PSP before, and I do have a PS3. Considering the fact that the PS Vita is so close to launch, would it be worth picking up the PSP? If so, or is so, Which games would you recommend?
Hey, who wrote this in?
This is from Basil Frank. in
Basil.
Baytown,
It's got to be
South
Basil, no?
Yeah, Basil.
I refuse to say that. It's
Hello,
Basil.
Yeah, it's from Austin Powers. Basil.
Basil. So for my recommendation for Basil is, for you probably not. I would say wait and see how the Vita pans out. For me personally, I'm not upset because I'm kind of just like how I just hit my mic. Sorry guys. I'm like how Colin just explained, where I like to have backups. I like to have contingency plans. So the fact that I now have a PSP 3000 I can seal away in carbonite and then store under my bed, and then I can be playing Dissidia on my Vita, God hope. And then, if in the event that my that my Vita breaks or something, I'll have a backup and I'll be all set.
I can't make heads or tails of this Wikipedia page. I have no goddamn idea how much RAM is in there. I got Dres RAMs and I got flash capacities and internal memory.
2 megabytes EDRAM. EDRAM.
That doesn't sound like nearly enough. I'm glad this Vita's gonna have more
Memory. Wait a minute.
Jeez, it's about time. You keep looking. You keep nailing.
DDR SD RAM 64 megs.
Okay, man, you said it. Oh, here comes a
Main memory 32
Man,
megabytes.
Colin, these are all chunky. All right, number 4.
Oh, come on.
Dice head Patrick Bach revealed that the online experience for Battlefield 3 will be trimmed considerably on console. Player count will be restricted to 24 on console. Well,
All right, I'll take it over. Give me the list.
I was up all night packing. I want to get into the house today. Be nice.
Player count will be restricted to 24 on console, while it will be 64 on PC. The argument from DICE is that to accommodate more than 24 players, hits to the fidelity of the engine, graphics, and more would have to come, and the studio basically didn't want to do that. The maps on console will also be smaller than their PC counterparts. This is kind of what's interesting about this is kind of late to the game to let everyone know that this was happening, because people were, it's not a big deal to me because I'm much more excited about Battlefield's single player campaign, and I really don't play multiplayer too often on games that I'm not super passionate about.
Okay, that's insane. First of all, that you're not interested in the multiplayer on Battlefield, but let's just skip over that for a second. So, is it really late to the game? Why would somebody wait this long to announce that the multiplayer experience on console is going to be different than PC? Miller, why?
Because they want to trick you. They want you to pre-order. They want to get their numbers up. They
Another
want to
question.
take on Call of Duty.
Why have they waited this long to even show us the game on console?
Because it does not look as well. As good, I should say.
What?
Did you see it? Have you seen it?
No. They only showed it to us at a
EA event.
Yeah,
It was me and Peter and Damon and Anthony. We looked at it like, oh man, this doesn't even come close to what the PCs do.
No, but was it like, oh man, like, oh god, or was it like, whoa, it's a little different?
I mean, it wasn't like a train wreck. I wasn't like contorting my face and
Were you like,
vomiting.
hey, did you open it up and say, is this on PS2? This is one of the PS2s that was sold.
Oh, did you guys just buy 1.4
Is
of
this
these?
a 1.4? So
They retrofitted one. They bought 2 and taped them together.
now here's the other question. I mean, obviously we love PlayStation, but why are they showing this on PlayStation 3 first?
Probably
Typically games, when they're sort of rolled out to the press, they're showed on 360,
360s.
especially shooters.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
360 can barely run it, I bet.
Well, it could
Disaster
have
afoot.
something to do with EA too, because EA seems to be in cahoots with Sony the last
True.
couple of years.
Yeah.
So it could remember, especially last year.
Last year was the first year where they're like, wait, why are they running everything on PS3?
Yeah, they were
And then
showing everything
announced
on
the
PS3.
Dead Space stuff, and they did all the other stuff.
So that could have something to do with it too. And to be fair, I'm trying to be realistic about when Battlefield comes out. And man, I don't play online too often anyway. I have to be real compelled by a game. So I'll be playing Resistance, and then Rage, and then Uncharted. So
bullshit.
God, there's no time, And plus, Skyrim comes out then as well.
You really put a lot of time into the Uncharted 3 beta, didn't you?
Well,
just admit you're a fake fan and you don't even know anything about Uncharted.
No, I don't know anything about Uncharted at all. I only have a platinum trophy in both games. And I have more platinum trophies than you, as well.
Really? Are you a higher level than me? Because that's what really counts.
Have you been looking lately?
No. Been moving.
Colin's making moves.
Yeah, I'm really concerned. Really concerned.
When will this battle end? It's been going on for
Never.
like 3 years.
When one of us is dead.
All right, moving on.
It's funny how much more I can enjoy my life not having to worry about meaningless, trite nonsense.
What?
You're crazy. dude.
Do you like achievements or
Yeah,
trophies?
both. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've been playing 360 longer, so I have
Obviously,
way more
yeah,
achievements.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love getting fake rewards for things that you never got them for before, and those rewards will go away one day. That's the thing that you never think about. Like you can go back and play your Dreamcast games or whatever, and look at your old game saves and stuff, but that stuff's all gone, and at some point, our trophies, our achievements, what you did in WoW or wherever it is, it's all just gonna go away.
Can I be honest with you? I've stayed up nights thinking about that.
I want it to carry over. And I don't mean
to do
necessarily
what with it? Like what if
continue
we
to evolve. So 30 years from now, I can still look back at that Hannah Montana PS3 Platinum and be like, oh man, that's when I stuck it to Moriarty.
I
First
think
one
that
to give that.
I think that somebody should make a move in the first parties to try and get that information put on driver's licenses. I think it right? Or at least attach it to your credit score. They're like, you're applying to buy a car, like, oh, you got, your credit score is really low, but damn,
level 19 in PSN trophies.
you platinum Demon Souls? Okay, yeah, let's talk.
That's
Twice.
why I like in-game rewards, in-game experiences, because then you can, when you go back and the internet is dead,
What?
and we're living out of caves and using gerbil-powered,
Is this after Homefront?
PlayStations. Yeah, after Homefront.
Okay.
Homefront 3.
If you start the game up again, you can still see your progress. Even if you lost a save file, you can just start from scratch. But then you can just get all those rewards again. You can build your character's levels. You can unlock these sorts of things. You can get special equipment. That can all happen again. Like self-contained, unless it's an online-only title, of course. But
Or a game that runs on batteries, like all my
Right.
cartridge batteries are basically dead now.
Right.
Or like NES and SNES.
Or Battlefield 3 on console.
Yeah, can't run that. But I will say that I think in the
I didn't mean it like that.
In the unified future, like where there is one console and
unified future.
and which will eventually happen. I don't think it's as close as everyone thinks. So we've already talked about that. Maybe there'll be a way for them to convert trophies and achievements and all those and kind of bring them into one system. Steam and all those things or whatever. And so we can have we can all
Could you hear me roll my eyes, audience?
because if my trophies get deleted, I don't know if I want to live anymore. All right,
Your
moving on.
trophy, yeah, I'd be more concerned about your trophies carrying over to PS4 than I would worrying about the unified system future.
Well, they're carrying over to Vita.
I
So
know.
I don't see why they wouldn't carry over to
I'm
PS4.
just saying that's my concern is that like they're going to say, yeah, okay, PS4 is out, it doesn't carry over, but you'll get a cool avatar if you have some trophies.
By the way, just one more thing, because I know people that are on PS3trophies.org listen to this or whatever, and Greg and I obviously love that site, and we
Great
go there all
site.
the time.
We went there right away yesterday.
Do you ever look at some of the trophy cards that these people have? Some of these kids have between 70 and 100 and something platinum trophies.
Yeah,
I have like 21,
I know.
and I play games for a living. These kids are putting us to shame, Greg. I'm just telling you.
Well,
right
they have a more dedicated time.
They are.
They play that.
These kids are nuts. I love it.
They
All
don't
right.
have to make a living.
That's true. Number 5. Infamous 2's user-generated content has received an update. Sucker Punch has released new items such as cars and enemies that can be used to create new missions. The biggest update, however, is in terms of how you search for missions, which was a big problem for a lot of people.
Huge problem last time.
Searching can now be done via mission name, special terms that you can use, and most importantly, the PSN ID of the person who created it.
yeah.
So now you know how to find mine called Beyond Collecting that I created before the game came out, so I can get my trophies. Did you ever make one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to have. That's
That was shameless.
what?
Nothing. Just keep going.
You
Number
don't-
6.
You don't like my you don't like the plug of my mission, my subpar mission.
And I didn't say I didn't like it. I just
See,
said it was
I was
shameless.
at least proud enough that when I put it up and I just took a template, saved it, published it, and then I immediately deleted it. I didn't want to clog up the servers with my cheap trophy grab.
I didn't make it. Mine's not cheap though. I took a template, the collecting template. I moved all the collectibles. I put text. I put into another part of the map. I put some text in there. I put a shout out to Podcast Beyond.
Yeah, of course.
And then I put it up there. It has a 3-star rating. That's not bad. That's something to be proud of.
I haven't checked back in on that in a long time. We need to do something with that.
Sucker Punch also promoted that I think that mission when the game came out. So don't hate.
What's happening? Why is everybody crying?
I don't know, but it's awesome.
Just stretching.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Good stretch.
The 2 Resident Evil HD remakes coming out, Resident Evil 4 and Code Veronica X, have been dated and priced. Resident Evil 4 is coming September 20th. Code Veronica X is coming September 27th. The games will run you $20 each. And I put trophies in huge letters with exclamation points afterwards.
Are they coming? Are those confirmed?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Why wouldn't they? I hope they have full rosters too, like some games have, like Trine, for instance.
You want platinum? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, or Dead Nation had
Yes.
a platinum as well.
Yeah.
Number 7, a spiritual successor to Burn Zombie Burn is coming to the PlayStation
Very
Network
exciting.
this fall. Entitled All Zombies Must Die, Double Six's new game supposedly blends RPG and action elements and will allow up to 4 players at a time to play. No specific release date, details, or pricing information has been revealed.
Loved Burn Zombie Burn. Thought it was an overlooked game.
Yeah, I wasn't. It was free for PlayStation Plus a while ago. It was okay.
You're a hater.
I am.
You're drinking your hater.
You're a hater.
Did you play Burn Zombie Burn?
I did not.
No.
But I think it was overrated.
We gave it.
Yeah, Sam Bishop gave it an 8.
I don't know. I just decided to say that. So.
No,
You're
I
just
actually-
trolling. You're just trolling.
Maybe.
Maybe. Making friends.
All right, 2 more, and then we're done.
Number 12.
Number 12. During THQ's financial call on July 27th, it was revealed that the Red Faction franchise is essentially dead.
My God.
My God.
Wait, when did we hear that recently?
Independence Day.
No. I'm not talking about. But I heard someone said, "Oh, it was in Captain America." Oh my
spoilers.
God! Big
Stop
spoiler.
it.
Big spoiler.
Oh, by the way, we're all going to go see that tonight.
there you go. Way to kill the momentum of my story,
Go.
Casey.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. So no, it was just that we were in Captain America, and my girlfriend and I actually started
yeah.
laughing during a serious segment when like the dude turns to the camera. He's like, "My God."
Was it the same guy? Was it the same general from Independence Day? The general from
Bill
Independence Day. is the-
Pullman.
No, that was the president.
No. This was the general, right? The old
General
guy?
says.
Oh, really?
Oh no, wait. Actually,
Or was it the president?
I thought the president said it. But I know now that you've said it's that guy, it makes sense too.
my God.
Yeah, so basically Red Faction's dead. Red Faction Armageddon and Guerrilla didn't sell well. THQ CEO Brian Farrell said that THQ doesn't, quote, intend to carry the franchise forward in any meaningful way. So, but that...
Sad, but
In an unmeaningful way, they may make more games.
Yeah, it says, however, the possibility exists that Red Faction will be revived at some time in the future, though there are, quote, no current plans for the franchise at
But
this
if
time.
it is revived, it will be completely unmeaningfully.
Yes.
Red Faction on PS2 was so good. Remember that? You get punched through walls. You thought it was awesome.
I remember I remember really liking the first
Then
one.
they gave you a gosh darn hammer and they said smash stuff. And that's
Dude, the hammer was fun. I mean, I'm not saying that it was the greatest game
Yeah,
ever,
yeah, I know.
but you know, I think I understand why it maybe didn't sell like gangbusters. I mean, it's not a game that everyone's just going to run out and buy and play. So, but
It was always an interesting one. Like I don't understand continuing on franchise names for things that weren't huge. Like Red Faction was cool on PS2.
like
and I played
Killzone,
it.
you mean?
Well, no, Killzone's always been. I mean, Killzone 2 was like this big deal for
They
forever.
made it a big deal forever. The first one was like Red Faction. though.
Totally.
I mean,
Well, it was worse than Red Faction. Probably.
Well, yeah, it was.
Enemies don't even turn around.
It was like
running
the
them.
most generic game. And
Yeah.
They stuck
so-
to their guns with the Killzone. Because remember, Killzone was supposed to be like the Halo of PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They really stuck to their guns. I really have always been underwhelmed by Killzone myself. But
Killzone 2 was great, and then Killzone 3 was just.
I don't think Killzone 2 was
2.5.
great. I think Killzone 2 was
wasn't great.
okay.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It
It was.
looked really good.
Yes.
but it was really brown and really like repetitive.
That's the thing. That's the color palette.
And dude, Sev is such
That's why Pac-Man's
Yes.
really
a-hole.
dark blue
Seven,
and black.
Dude, he's like a
I
like,
still love
Rico,
it.
yeah, Rico's such a douche.
yeah. So I heard that I didn't play all the way through Killzone 3. I think I watched the intro screen where it says Sony Computer Entertainment of America presents.
And you're like, fuck this.
Damn it!
The thing
I
about
was like, oh god.
Killzone 3 had so much potential, though, man.
God. My God.
I love
Sony
that
Computer Entertainment of America.
they don't take advantage of that. What could be the strongest point of that entire series, which is the fascist overtones of the Hellgas and stuff. Like they don't like the game looks so cool, and the intro sequence you were talking the intro like when they're did you ever see the intro? It's awesome. Like when they walk into the ballroom and all the dudes are like standing around. And the
I
women
did
and
see
stuff.
that. Yes.
It's so cool. Like
and the part that I was going to bring up though that I saw a buddy of mine playing was the and I'm sorry to interrupt, but the
No, it's okay. We're a conversational
like
podcast.
The foresty stuff where it's all purple.
Yeah.
That stuff looked really cool too. But it just I
The
don't know.
whole, it didn't come together. They're like, you've been marooned on their planet for 6 months, and instead of letting me experience that and play through that, which sounds really unique and cool, they just jumped ahead 6 months to when the Hellgas found me, and I fought them. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, the game was boring. I mean, I think Killzone 2 is much better than Killzone 3, but that's not really saying anything.
you
To be perfectly honest with you.
Killzone 2 was a
never
blast.
never came together for me.
Yeah, me neither. All right, finally, and I know
Number 21.
Number 27. This is not as long as they usually are, by the way. They've been 2 pages before.
American
Colin
history
likes to get wordy.
in 1890.
You want to talk about 1890?
No,
We'll talk
go.
about 1890.
Number 24, go.
Duke Nukem Forever is getting new DLC this fall in the form of multiplayer modes.
Finally.
The Hail to the Icons parody pack will add 4 maps and 3 modes to multiplayer.
And
The-
boobs.
Yeah, probably. The update will be completely free if you're a First Access Club member, though no details were revealed on how much it will cost for everyone else.
I'm going to buy that.
Yeah?
You going to buy that one?
I
Download some Dukes?
played about half the game, and I didn't think it was terrible, but it was boring. I will say
I was
that.
bored out of my brain.
But you know what? I do think I
Dead.
did like what they did though with it. Like I didn't play Duke Nukem, when we were younger or whatever. I wasn't a PC gamer. But
It wasn't just on PC. It was on every single platform you could possibly think of.
like
Mrs. Moriarty would not allow that to happen.
Duke Nukem 3D?
on what? PlayStation?
No, it was on
Super Nintendo?
Yep.
No, I
it was
didn't
on-
I didn't play
I think I
shooters on
played
Super
Duke
Nintendo.
Nukem on N64, right?
There you go. Yeah, I was
Oh,
going to say
yeah,
it was on 64.
that wasn't my scene at all during that era.
Loser.
I was playing. Well, we talked about it before. I was in RPG heaven from like 1994 to 2000. So yeah, I like the character though. actually like Duke Nukem as a character.
You
I think
would.
I think it's just
Based
really
on you.
I think it's really funny. His voice is like over the top, ridiculous, and he's obviously like has not a
Great
very nice
taste
way
in
about
women.
him. Yes, a great taste in women as well. So
Likes to play with poo.
that's about it. But yeah, I didn't play any Duke Nukem games until that one, and so I don't know if I'll ever go back and play the other ones. Probably not. It's kind of like Leisure Suit Larry when I got the platinum in Box Office Bust, without ever playing a Leisure Suit Larry game before.
Yeah, that's how bad it gets around here.
Wow.
Colin,
Yes.
we're all excited for this Duke Nukem DLC,
I
but
know.
it's coming out so far from now. Where could I go to find out what I could buy right now?
You go to the official IGN list of upcoming PlayStation software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors.
Remember, if you're coming to Live 200, by the way, next Thursday, you are part of the show, so make sure you yell beyond and sing the jingles. We're going to do the Roper Report pretty much only so you can sing the Roper Report jingle, because so many
Yes.
of you have asked. It will not be this long.
Jinglin', jinglin'.
And have questions, too, because we're not taking any questions in terms of at beyond or beyond@ign.com. We're going to take them from audience members, and we are live streaming this starting at 5:30 next Thursday. So Thursday, August 4th, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. You can watch the live stream on IGN.com, and you can tweet in questions, and we will get them up that way, too.
Right on. Yeah, so all that comes out this week. Nothing for PS2, nothing for PSP. Catherine is finally out
Yay!
on PS3. And it's a fine game. I gave it a 9.0.
About goddamn time.
My God.
Look at this photo she just sent me.
Look at these girls.
Catherine, awesome.
Yeah, it's
Everybody knows
absolutely
you're a
an
big fan.
excellent game. One of my favorite games of the year, no doubt. And
Wow.
Captain America Super Soldier.
Not one of our favorite games, but I'm hopeful for a platinum trophy in that.
Are you?
I don't know.
Because I might be playing it as we speak.
Oh, really? That's one of the ones you're rocking? Nice.
And I might just take home that game we got yesterday as well and hold it hostage until I get the platinum.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care about that. I live in your home now, so it's kind of easy.
Yeah, that's going to be a bummer.
So Captain America's no good?
No.
The movie?
Why are you playing it?
Platinum trophy.
Trophies.
Oh, okay. The game.
So let me ask a question again. Captain America's no good.
Yeah.
So why are you playing it?
We want to increase our trophy.
Trophies.
That
Colin's,
is-
Colin's desperately trying to catch up to me.
Ugh.
You should see.
That's a horrible thing. There's so many good games to be playing, and you're wasting your time.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm playing. I'm
Oh,
playing
stop
Catherine
acting
still.
like
I'm
you
still
don't
playing
play.
Catherine.
You play just as many
Oh no,
bad games.
I play horrible games.
You have
and I'll-
a
I will
platinum
play this.
trophy in Hannah
has
Montana.
to stop.
I have.
we
Kung
need
Fu
to
Panda
play
trophy.
games
Where's
that
yours?
are good.
We
do.
do play games. We play a lot of games that are
I'm
good.
just saying.
No, we trust me. I don't think there's been a time when a AAA game comes out that's awesome, and you'll. Oh God, are you playing this? And like, I will after Kung Fu Panda 2. No, I play Kung Fu Panda 2 when I need to fill my time so I don't think about murdering
That's
myself.
stupid.
You're just
collectible.
encouraging them, Greg.
No, I'm not. I didn't buy it. We're doing the things we always tell kids not to do. We're just passing around these games we have in the library,
Yeah,
playing them.
Yeah, but we've never. Yeah, we don't pass up bad games. We just play a lot of games.
I have a low threshold in 2, Casey.
No, don't get me wrong.
If
I've
it gets
been
in
there
double
before.
digits, I don't play it. If I gotta play 10 hours of a game to get the platinum, no, thank you.
Okay, no, I get it, and I've been there before. But I don't have enough time anymore, and if I'm gonna play a game, I want it to be a really good experience.
I agree with that 100%. That's why it's the rare occasion when I think these time periods.
Just a little
pop up
part of
where we
my
can do this.
a little part of my heart dies, and I think puppies somewhere get kicked in the face when people are playing games that aren't any good just to get a trophy.
I got Megamind at my
Puppies,
desk.
Greg,
I'll lend you
puppies.
Megamind. You can go. It's only like 3 or 4 hours.
3 hour platinum.
3 hours. Yeah, I don't care.
But this will all stop in the fall. It always stops in the fall when all the games start coming out.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, I think we never really officially confirmed this. I'd like to put it on the record on Podcast Beyond episode 199 right now. You ready?
Yeah, please do.
All right.
I miss
Now
you.
that you guys are going to be so close to me,
Yeah.
we all need to hang out more often.
Oh yeah. Well, now I no longer. Everybody's listening to this knows that I love Ryan Clements. He's one of my brothers. But the problem with Ryan Clements is that he has a very strict workout schedule that he
Yes.
refuses to break for anyone. So usually what happens is about the time I'm starting to think about packing it in, when I'm drinking in Soma, he'll text me 11:30 or whatever. Hey bro, let's go. Come to the sunset. Come out. I'm like, no, I'm not coming all the way out there. Or I'm already in bed, or I'm in the middle of Kung Fu Panda 2.
Ugh.
Now I'm
But-
2 blocks away.
But I also mean, just on the weekends, it'll be easier for us to hang out.
100%.
too.
Yeah. I got no excuse anymore. We can just come over and get each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat an Underdogs tonight. The burrito.
Underdog?
I'm getting a burrito.
Oh, underdogs.
Yes. I said.
I was gonna
Yes.
get a burrito there as well tonight.
All right. High five, Rumi. Huh? No Mike Mitchell yet. But who needs him?
And then I'm gonna play Captain America for trophies.
Oh God. If you're hanging out with Clements though, you're gonna have to put up with the J-pops.
It's the K-pops, and he knows how much I enjoy them. He knows.
Casey just does that on purpose.
I just thought he was.
He doesn't actually confuse them.
Let's dancing.
Let's dancing.
Hey. Sorry.
So now, do you already have the trophy guide for Captain America?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, good. And how long does it take?
They said 5+ hours, but it's definitely gonna take longer than that.
Okay. That's when I start to
I have the
question
printouts for all 5 collectible types laid out
Yeah.
in front of me when I play the game. I have a marker. I'm marking them off
Yes,
as I
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Oh my
You remember
God.
my Kung Fu Panda setup I had going?
Yeah.
iPads, laptops,
No,
printouts.
let me just tell you a horror story real quick about Kung Fu Panda 2. I missed a collectible somewhere in there, and I didn't get the goddamn platinum trophy.
And this is what I learned from when I did mine.
And I don't know where it is. I don't know where
you'll
the
never find
collectible
it.
is.
This goes against everything that is good and holy about video games. You're not supposed to play bad games.
It actually doesn't. I'm going to have to agree with these guys in that if they're the ultimate positive, which is their enjoyment of collecting trophies, which is in digital interactive entertainment, if it's outweighing the negative they have from playing a not so great game, I mean, they're still enjoying themselves. They're still having fun.
You're
And
just encouraging them.
I will say this too, and I
think it's
don't
true.
want to make assumptions, but I would really say that Greg and I play more games than a lot of people, just in general.
In the world?
No, yeah,
In
definitely.
our office?
Like some people just. Like someone messaged me this weekend, for instance, was like, I loaded your trophy comparison, and he's like, how long is it? It took 10 minutes to load. And it's like, I play a lot of games.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I get that too.
I have like 70-something PSN games. Like we play as much as we get, so it doesn't interfere with anything. Like we said, like when Skyrim comes out or when Rage comes out, like it's all bets are off.
Once I get everything set back up in the new place, it's right back to Catherine. Like
No, I will say this
Or
too.
Bastion.
Summertime is definitely the best time for trophy or
Yeah,
achievement,
yeah, yeah.
like,
Hunting.
whoring.
grinding.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree with it. Truth be told, I'm just trying to talk shit because
Oh, yeah,
it's
we
fun.
don't mind.
So,
Don't worry.
I mean, I used to work at Official Xbox Magazine, and I ran a column called The Scoreboard, and literally and we're actually going to do it at IGN. I want to do it again. But all we did was review games based on their achievements, not on how good they were. And if it was a 10, then that meant that they were super easy to get, and if it was a 1, that means that they sucked and they weren't entertaining and they took way too long. So I'm all about it.
All
I'm
right.
just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, we did the.
My God.
My God. We did the Great Trophy Horror War a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, that
and
nearly
that
killed
was
us.
Who won that?
Scott Bromley won that.
Oh.
We didn't think it through because we had already had all the easy games.
We were so
like we already
confident.
had Hannah Montana,
Hannah
and a bunch of other dumb ones. So
Wonderful phrase.
Bromley was able to sit down and play like the games we had already cracked out a long time ago, and we had to then try to catch up because it was based on what you did that month. We did it for an entire month.
God, that was brutal. Greg and I talked so much shit going on
my
into
God.
that too. It was like
You burned out early too. You were like ready to kill yourself.
Well, Mega Man. I got Mega Man 10 really early.
Keep going, sorry.
All right,
Hey, Greg.
we're getting off track. What?
It means no worries for the rest of your day.
No.
I drink for every day, and then I drink more.
All
All
right.
right. Anyways, is that it for the? Is that it for this store update?
That's
Wait,
it.
I wanted some
Derailed.
digital stuff. What's got the
Oh,
digitals
yeah, the
coming?
digitals. I got the digitals here. On the PlayStation Network this week, we had a bunch of things, including Move Me.
I'm gonna answer this.
Move to. Oh, yeah, go ahead. What?
Hello?
Oh, Greg. Greg almost knocked down the entire podcast. Bill.
No, this is Greg.
Oh, okay, all right. It sounds like it's official. So we have Move.me that came out, which is apparently some sort of PlayStation Move controller.
It's an
app.
educational thing.
It is. We have downloadable games. We have Deadliest Warrior Legends for $9.99. Colin Moriarty reviewed that action.
Yeah, I gave it
We
a
have-
7. It's a good value.
Yeah, it's a good value. You got Back to the Future, the game, episode 5, out of time.
Those games are awesome, dude. I played through all those last weekend.
There you go. We also have Golden Axe for $4.99.
I played that game. That was free for PlayStation Plus a couple weeks ago. Brutal. Brutal.
Like bad or
Yeah,
just hard?
bad.
Okay.
Bad.
Wait, you don't like it?
No.
It's Golden Axe. What's not to like?
It's the original Golden Axe?
Yeah, but someone was saying it wasn't the Genesis port. It's like the arcade, a port of the arcade version. I don't know. I wasn't a Genesis kid, so I don't know.
All I know is that the villainous Death Adder has taken the king and his daughter prisoner. 3 brave warriors have stepped forward to save the land.
Man, it's
Keep it in-
all
keep
those
that
free
in
all
mind.
those free Sega games have been terrible, except for Streets of Rage 2, which is marginally bad.
Streets of Rage.
What else we got? We got some Section 8 Prejudice. It's a special offer bundle for $14.99. What's special about it? You get the Blitz Armor Pack and Overdrive Mac Pack free when you buy this bundle.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro. What else we got? Hold on, I'm turning my page. Oh yeah, the No More Heroes Paradise demo is available
Yeah,
now
that's exciting.
this week.
That's exciting.
So that's cool. If you missed that on the Wii, you should definitely check it out. It's a very entertaining, very kooky game. There's some Dragon Age 2 DLC this week, as well as some Dirt 3 DLC.
Both of
And
which we will have reviews coming up for shortly.
Very nice.
And speaking of No More Heroes, we have like an insane look into the insane membrane of Suda51 on IGN right now.
right now.
I like that feature a lot.
Yeah, that piece was pretty
IGN.com.
sweet.
Find inside Suda51's insane brain or something like that.
And thank Arthur and Altano for making that awesome.
I refuse to.
Now, in quite
My
possibly
God.
my God, the most catastrophic news of the week.
Okay.
There's no minis listed here.
No!
So I can't read any mini names.
We need to make a Fernet mini.
There were 9 minis last week.
drink Fernet and I wanna drink more.
On my PSP.
All right. We already done toe.
Okay.
You got any special segments you want to do here? You got?
Oh, I have a special
Anybody
segment.
want to talk about
Yeah.
200? Sure.
I have
What
a
do
special
what do
segment.
Go.
It's called The NFL Lockout's Over.
Yeah, I saw you wearing your jersey. You're excited.
I'm very excited.
I got a text last
Very
night.
excited.
I got a very exciting text last
Very
night.
exciting, Jerry. Very exciting.
While I was packing, I got a very exciting text, Colin, that
Yeah.
the Jets were foolish enough to
Yeah.
let Brad Smith out of their grasp, former Mizzou star quarterback, and
true.
he may be going to my favorite NFL team, the Chicago
It's true.
Bears.
Well, they couldn't afford him. I mean, there was no cap room for him. They had to re-sign Santonio Holmes, and they
course.
did that. Yeah, so we can't run the Wildcat offense anymore.
Yeah.
Are you into football, Casey?
A little
know
bit
what
here or
they're
there, but
A guy I like from Mizzou might go to the Bears.
was he a receiver?
No, he was a quarterback back in the day.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But
I
they
think you
moved
just
they
said
moved
that,
him to wide
actually.
receiver.
Yeah, he was a
My
receiver.
God.
He would run the
Oh,
Wildcat.
yeah, see, he was a receiver, so fuck you.
I'm saying yes in NFL.
There you
yeah,
go.
in college.
So he had-
Now, the crazy thing I know, as far as the lockout being over, is aren't they going to go right into summer training, which typically everybody has a ton of time to spend with these players, and everybody's going to be going into it kind of blind?
Yeah, so that's what happens. So yeah, training camp won't be interrupted in terms of time, but like they're allowed to meet up with each other and go over, like, especially rookies, like over playbooks, and the big thing was signings. Like usually they have like a month to sign free agents and stuff, and it's all happening in like a 48-hour period. So it's
Right,
like
and it's happening when a lot of these people haven't spent any time. Like
Exactly. So it's totally crazy. What I'm excited about is hopefully Hard Knocks production has not been interrupted.
Oh my god, I love Hard Knocks.
So do you watch Hard Knocks on HBO?
No, I don't have cable.
It's they just go to like they went to the Jets last year, but they go to a random team every year. They've done it I think 3 or 4 years, and it's just them at training camp, and they release the episode like pretty much concurrent to when that happens, so it comes out like a couple days afterwards.
Yeah.
And it's so cool.
It's really cool to see
so
everything behind
good.
the scenes.
Yeah, it's so
and it's
good.
like a reality show. I mean, it's not like about football. Like you can watch it and not be a football.
Yeah,
fan,
it's more about the
enjoy it.
people, like, and yeah. So
Now, speaking of sports, like being in San Francisco, we're seeing all of these crazy billboards about this Giants TV show that's going to be on Showtime.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the heck's up with that?
I think it's
I think
like
it's their
I think it's
answer to
like
Hard Knocks,
I think it's
yeah.
like Hard Knocks, but for baseball. Yeah. I didn't know anything about it.
Crazy.
What is it called? The
I don't know.
I don't know.
something.
The season, is that what it is?
The season, yeah, something of this nature.
I don't know.
And,
I see the billboard every day when I drive in, but
It's cool.
just
I'm
forget.
I'm,
I
ex-
didn't-
I'm excited.
I just forget.
Yeah, that's what Fernet does.
Oh, by the way, prediction.
Yeah.
Jets 13-3.
Holy crap!
First round bye, and they actually get to the Super Bowl this year.
They gonna win it?
Yes.
No, you hesitated. You know, they don't have a shot.
I've said it the last 3 years that they're going to win the Super Bowl. So, and they made it to the AFC
They get close
Championship
every
game.
year.
I bet you say that every year.
Well, until recently, no, because the Jets were terrible my entire life until 3 years ago.
Shut up.
You wish it.
Okay. Yeah. What's up?
I have something to say.
Just go ahead.
It's
Ryan
a special
speaks.
special segment. Ryan has something to say.
I like that you call it a special seg. I think we should just call it
special
special
seg.
seg. Ryan speaks.
My God. All right. I am getting progressively each day more and more excited about Beyond episode 200. Especially because if not for the fact that we're streaming it and it's like a cool new thing, because I cannot wait to meet some of
Oh my
these
gosh.
longtime Beyond fans in person. Very excited. Also, I have gone the extra mile. I am starting my vacation early, and I am taking Friday off,
Look at you.
so that I can party as
Oh my
long
God.
as the Beyond fans want.
My God.
On Thursday night, you guys, I am there to guide the party.
It's going to be a disgusting show afterwards.
It's
It's going to be an amazing
amazing.
podcast. If we haven't touched on this yet, because we haven't talked all about it. Let's firm up some more plans of what you're going to see there. All right. You got DJ Damon Hatfield.
Right.
Spinning up there.
I'm spinning up.
You have an exclusive PS3 game that you will not be able to play anywhere else. There to be played.
Yes.
You have a ton of giveaways, like insane stuff.
And
There's exclusive,
Very exciting giveaways.
exclusive DLC for unreleased Sony games that hint you don't know about, but you might. We just got in all the new Jella skins Scott Lowe set up for your PS3, your PSP, and your controllers that are all Beyond 200 themed.
Beyond.
And there is so much other cool stuff that'll be there.
Yeah.
And then we're all going to Eddie Rickenbacher's.
Yeah. So for the
If you're
people,
21.
yes. for the people that actually like are doing, they went the extra mile. They confirmed they're coming to Beyond 200. You will be handsomely rewarded.
You will be taken care of.
And to hell with all of you that didn't come.
We're sorry.
No, but also, what was I gonna say about? Yeah, the funny thing is that I've been collecting random shit on my desk for when we had this show to give away. And I will say yesterday we received, so by the way, most of this random shit's awful. You guys will not want to you will not want to win any of the things.
An extra large StarCraft 2 shirt.
The StarCraft 2 shirt that could fit 4 people inside.
5XL.
Like 2 copies of Michael Jackson for the Wii. I mean, this is terrible. These are terrible giveaways. But anyway, Colin will tell you that we did receive 2 of the coolest prizes.
Do you want to say what they are, or do you want to just hold?
No,
It should be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
Oh
But
my God.
Colin looked at me dead in the eye, and I've never seen him more serious. He's like, "You need to keep these. Why are you giving these away?" And I was like, "I can't keep them. Like they're too good. I have to give them."
Because usually we get stuff, and it's very clear that you're supposed to give them away, like the awesome Dissidia art that we got and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And with this, I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, I'll give you a hint. These are for a game that Clements and I are both batshit insane about.
Yeah.
An old game, and. I was so blown away. I'm excited. I'm even going to DVR the O'Reilly Factor that night, so I don't have to go home.
Very good. I'm gonna go crazy.
Before we switch off of Podcast 200 and hit at some questions before we get out of here, Albert wrote in. He's coming to the show. He's very excited.
Awesome.
He says, "I don't have a question, but I have an invitation. It is to the other fans attending Podcast Beyond episode 200. I was wondering if some of the other fans wanted to get together an hour or so before the show and at a bar or restaurant and hang out and talk Beyond and PlayStation. If anyone is down, they can hit me up at my Twitter / my IGN username, Super Chuckulator, all one word, SuperChuckulator. If you're wondering for timing on that, Albert, we're opening the doors and starting registration here at the event at 4:30. Yeah.
Should we give the rundown about, or should we wait for the email, or should we just kind of talk to the?
I think we've done enough here. Yeah,
I do want to point out that in the lines of those people that want to meet early, we have some friends in the industry that are putting on this like massive. Well, it's not really an event, but there is a gigantic. I can talk about this, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, you don't want me to?
I'm fine with it. Right. They're not coming to the office anymore,
Correct.
right?
No,
Okay.
I've wrapped it all. Yeah, it's on 2nd and South Park. It is literally 30 seconds away from the office.
You can throw a tennis ball at it from here.
If
you have a really good arm.
Anyway, it's this massive trailer that's going to have free barbecue, giveaways, and a bunch of Cabela's games if you like hunting.
Stuff.
So go shoot some stuff. It will be there before check-in time. So it's basically, I think, starts like early afternoon and goes through to, or actually around the time that the show will be starting.
Cool.
So if you want another possible meeting place and you want some free stuff and to play fucking Cabela's, yes. Go hunt deer.
Casey's not sold on the Cabela's,
I love barbecue though.
Oh God, I know, right?
It's like it's the
That's
spirit.
what we'll be doing there. Well, you mean nobody is freaking wolfing down barbecue waiting for this to start? All right, this show's been going a while.
We are now at about 47 minutes.
I want to apologize, everybody.
Not that
The
long.
coffee hadn't kicked into my blood. I'm very tired. I don't feel like I was bringing it in the beginning, but now I feel like I'm on.
There you go.
Now it's happening.
Do it. You
Do
Now
it.
we're out of the voluminous Roper Report.
Sorry. You know what? I won't write the Roper Report anymore.
No,
if you don't like it.
Colin!
All right, fine.
Roomy, I'm just giving you a hard time. Come here, I'll buy you a burrito tonight. It'll all be okay. All right, first off, Benjamin W. writes in about an article I wrote out of San Diego Comic-Con. Some people yelled at me saying it was a possible spoiler. It's one of my Uncharted theories. So if you don't want to hear a possible Uncharted theory, jump a bit ahead. Anyways, at Uncharted, I went to this Uncharted panel down at the San Diego Comic-Con. And in it, they have this conversation, and Elena says that she doesn't like going on these treasure hunting missions, not anymore. And that was enough for me to go. The way it was presented in this cutscene, the way they were interrupted after, I'm hypothesizing she's pregnant. Interesting theory, but it's just like my 450-year-old villainous idea. It's just like
I think you're right about that,
It's
though.
all the crap I talked on Infamous that did or did not pan out. Anyways, Benjamin W. says he just got done reading it, and he had a question here. Because many of the game's single-player heroes are playable in Uncharted 3's multiplayer modes, I was wondering if you think her being pregnant may exclude her from being considered. I like the idea of allowing a pregnant character to participate in Team Deathmatch, but it might make some people uncomfortable. No, here's his best line.
My God.
Not to mention the fact that it would be unfair because you would be getting double kills every time you took out Elena. Good job, Benjamin.
That's great.
Well played, Benjamin W.
I know, very good.
That's an interesting point. I didn't.
My God.
My God. I don't think they would take her character
Go
out.
watch Independence Day again. Everybody should go watch Independence
funny
Day
as hell.
again and just wait for the My God line and just look at his face.
So I think to that point, the real question is, would she be showing? Because
No, there would be no showing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then if not, then I mean,
Because
it's
that's
just,
the whole thing in all the cutscenes we've seen, and she was in the Uncharted beta. Or no, she wasn't. But we've seen footage of her playing in multiplayer stuff before. I played at 83. She's not. She still looks just like hot ass Elena Fisher. She doesn't have no baby bump.
So I mean, the truth is any female character in any multiplayer game could potentially be pregnant at any time. You have no idea if she has like a fertilized egg in her.
True.
I like this. I'm
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
start screaming that every time I kill someone.
You
a
should.
female character in the game.
Double kill.
also,
Oh,
like,
when you get the double kill, then you know.
She begged for her life, and the one inside her.
No, so but I mean,
why'd you have to look at me when you said that? It's creepy. Also,
But
I would
so-
like to point out, talk about like just a greater of two evils. I mean, you are still killing someone.
Right,
You are
thank you.
killing someone. So, okay, yeah, maybe you are indeed killing someone in a worse way. But still, let's all think about this. This is just video game fun.
yeah,
Okay.
right.
Good.
Yeah.
Otis writes in, Otis, my man! And he's got some quick fire questions. Greg, how do you feel about Batman Arkham City adding Solomon Grundy and Talia al Ghul to their already impressive character list? I'm excited. Sure, why not? I don't think the Talia al Ghul concept art they released looked all that good. She didn't.
Wait, who the hell's the first one?
Solomon Grundy?
I don't know who that is.
He's like a giant zombie kind of guy from the DC universe. He dies
Got
and
it.
comes back all the time.
Got
He
it.
rhymes everything he says too.
All right.
Solomon Grundy born on a Monday.
Sounds
stupid.
awesome.
He's stupid. He's like the Hulk, but a little bit.
Damn
not
it.
as dumb.
Wait, so he's like the Hulk, but he rhymes every phrase he says.
He
I'm
speaks
saying,
in verse.
imagine the Hulk, but he's white and he's a zombie.
I
And he
know.
rhymes everything he says,
Okay,
and he's kind
'cause
of.
I was gonna say, well, you can't be dumb and rhyme everything you
Well,
say.
that wasn't a very eloquent rhyme, was it?
Well, it still takes some thought.
He's like a poet laureate of Hulks.
Yeah, all right.
It's fine.
So that's exciting.
Just deal with it, all right?
Colin.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yes.
This is a Falling Sky spoiler.
Okay.
Are you caught up?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read the name of it, but I'll point it to you.
Okay.
How do you feel about Blank's death
Yeah.
in Falling Skies?
Okay.
And what effect do you think it will have on his blank? will have on the blank universe? That last blank was Falling Skies.
I'm just.
It was sad. But to be expected. The cast is so big. It's kind of like Jericho's cast in that it was like really huge and they need to start killing some people off. So it makes sense to me. That show, by the way, is effing awesome and everyone should be watching it. Yes.
Okay. Ryan. How are you
Yes.
liking Bleach Soul Resurrection?
Well, you'll see because I'll have a review for that on IGN.com today.
Beyond.
After Casey looks at it with his beautiful fucking beard and rubs his beard all over
Beard
it.
juice.
It is. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's simple fun. You're not in it for the story. You're not in it to redefine the action experience in video games. But it was fun, and you get to collect little glowy soul points and upgrade your characters. And I love collecting stuff in games.
Me too.
Especially when it's not necessary. It's not like you run through an area and you miss the orb of destruction and you think, well, fuck, I missed the orb of destruction. Can't summon the 14 knights. So,
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. I
yeah,
hate that.
but when it's just every enemy you kill happens to like spill out a bunch of collectibles, so it just gives you added incentive to go do some stuff.
And the
Good times.
said collectibles, you don't have to run over and grab them. They rush
So
right to
so
you.
smart, smart. It's like you're still
It's like
earning them.
somebody
Somebody designed a good game.
yeah,
Somebody thought through things that worked.
somebody played God of War.
Hey, Casey.
Yes.
Who in the podcast room do you think you could take in a fight?
Anybody.
Really?
all three at the same time.
Really?
That would be awesome.
At the same time?
Are you kidding me?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if you can
really
take us all at
no.
the
I
same
don't
time.
think you can take
Have
it
you
three
seen
of
me
us.
in real person?
Yes,
I've seen you
I
shirtless.
have.
Here I am. I know. That's the other thing is at Beyond 200, expect to take off your shirt.
Yes, audience,
Yes.
not me.
No.
I'm
No,
over that.
no, you won't take your shirt off.
please. You kidding
No
me?
way. No
Just
way.
later at night when you're fucking hammered off your ass. Will you
Yeah,
take your
that'll
shirt
be when
off?
I'm at Eddie Rickenbacker's.
Yeah.
I'll
Exactly.
be butt naked.
I will say that with our visit with Epic Mealtime, which you
Yeah.
can read about all over Greg's blog, by the end of the evening, no one had a shirt on.
And that was a touching moment. That was a good bonding moment for
Yeah, it
IGN
was. It
Editorial.
was really nice.
Colin.
Yes.
We're gonna build you up and then we're gonna tear you down.
Okay.
Eric writes in. Not a question, just a compliment to Colin. I've been really impressed with your recent reviews. They are fun,
Thank you.
interesting, and easy to read. I think this quote-unquote promotion, if you will, was more than deserved. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, now it's time to hit you in the balls.
Okay.
This one comes from Orlando.
Okay, good.
Hey guys, loving the show. Greg for president. Back to my email.
Jesus, he's not old enough.
Just wanted to ask if you guys remember Onimusha from the PS2 days.
Yes.
I played the games when I was 12 and now 22. I remember loving those games back then and haven't played them till now and just realized they're not actually good at all. Do you guys have a game that you're praised to the heavens in your youth, but now you can't realize it's a piece of crap?
You are nuts. The Onimusha games were awesome. You are so crazy. The third Onimusha game wasn't very good, but 1, 2, and 4 were excellent games, especially the first two. But yeah, there are plenty.
So you're not ready to admit that you're wrong on this one.
I'm not wrong on that. Onimusha was awesome.
Okay.
It was survival horror meets
feudal Japan.
yes.
So what other games haven't aged well? To
Yeah,
his
exactly.
question?
What would you put in that category, Colin?
I mean, I got to think about it.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody got something jumping off the page, Adam? Something that they loved back in the day. You can't
It
stand.
hasn't aged well. That's I guess I always envisioned the original GoldenEye as being like the sublime experience. Then when I go back and actually see it playing, it's sort of awkward.
I feel that way about a lot of games from that generation, though. Just in terms of the way they look.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like even Ocarina of Time, which I always loved Majora's Mask more, and I think Ocarina of Time is pretty much is quite overrated. But the way the game looks, it's like I used to think that game. I remember getting that game and playing it in 98, 99 and being like, man, this game's gorgeous. I can't believe how gorgeous this game is.
Look at the Hyrule field.
Yeah, another example is a lot of, like, speaking of GoldenEye, like a lot of the rare games on Nintendo 64, they were so much fun. But if you go back and play like Jet Force Gemini or like Blast Corps, that game was amazing. Go load that up now. You'll just want to vomit.
Yeah. This reminds me of one of the Beyond founders, Chris Roper, when he used to talk about like when some of I forgot what it was, but it was an old 2D football game. I don't think it was Tecmo Bowl. I'm not sure, but it
10-yard fight.
I guess is that a game?
Yeah,
sure. So, but he was talking about how when one of those games first came out, he was like, "Oh my god, this looks my god, this
7-year-old Chris Roper.
my god."
If it is 10-yard fight, is like little blips. Like,
And there's not even enough players on the field.
His words were, "This looks real." I just think that's so awesome.
Well, we've talked about it before. I think when there are some authentically beautiful, like I think games on NES and SNES and in that era that are actually still beautiful looking games. I think that when you started to get into the PlayStation and N64 era, when they were starting to deal with like 3D and different ways of portraying graphics and polygons and stuff like that, like the games just don't haven't aged well. When you look at something like Final Fantasy VI, for instance, or you look at like you look at like Wild Arms, or you look at the old Mega Man games, or even the like Castlevania 3, those games still look good.
It's because they leave things to your imagination, and that was like the whole crux. Whereas a 3D game has now not left anything to your imagination.
You walk up, well, I can't open this door. This is bullshit.
I can't jump up on this plant, or what the hell? It's only knee high. I'm a superhero.
Has anybody else seen the new X-Men Destiny game? Anybody?
The one from Silicon Knights?
Yeah.
I haven't actually played it, but I've seen a lot of the stuff that they put out. I mean, So go.
Carl writes in, he says, "What's up, Beyondicons? I was wondering what your opinions were on the upcoming X-Men game. As both an X-Men and PlayStation fanboy, I want to get really excited for this stuff like this, but I have found myself that Marvel games are really hit or miss. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions, blah." I've seen it from the first day they showed it to just now at Comic-Con. We got to play it and stuff. I'm torn, Carl. It's got a really cool idea. You start the game, you get to choose one of these 3 characters that's going to develop powers, and you evolve them as you go, and they have these cool backstories, and it's happening in San Francisco. The opening scene, spoilers, this ferry building falls down. I was like, oh my god, I never see the ferry building get destroyed in games. This is neat. And so, like, that was all cool, but the game itself doesn't look good. You know what I mean? And it feels heavy. It doesn't feel like it's, action-packed. You can only roll once, and then it takes a while to get back up. And I'm not sure about the mechanics, because you're in these fights, right? And it's an action RPG, sure. But it's putting on the thing, like, I'm stuck in an area, and it's like, 12 more enemies remaining. 11 more enemies. It's like, oh, man, why are you doing that? I don't want that to be the experience, so.
Yeah. You know what a really good superhero game was?
Death and Return of Superman?
Raven's Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah. I said this at Comic-Con when I was talking to somebody that I pray to God that they have been working on a Wolverine game in the background that's going to release around the movie but not have nothing to do with the movie. Just like they did, kind of similar to what Batman.
You want Raven to be working on the game, right?
Yeah.
You know what they are working on, though.
Another
Singularity, too.
Yeah. We want to move fast forward time.
I'm a big
teapot
I'm a big
time
fan
machine.
of their shooters. I love their shooters.
I'd rather see another Wolverine game. I agree with you
Totally.
though. That's a great comic book game. The comic book games are pretty hit or miss, but I don't think it's fair to necessarily say that Marvel games are hit or miss because they're all done by different developers.
Yeah.
Silicon Knights, as long as it's not Too Human 2, I'll be jazzed about it, I guess. But
Yeah.
I mean, they also did Eternal Darkness, so I mean, yeah.
If you guys want an awesome comic book game that's not really a comic book game, Colin can tell you Vanquish. Just go fucking play Vanquish.
that game is so good.
I love that
so
game.
good.
That is
It's a great game.
It's like playing a comic book and G.I. Joe fused together.
It is like G.I.
And then
Joe.
throw in some otherworldly, like hyper Japanese mech suits, and it's
Not enough people play that game, and that's a mistake.
yes, mistake. Go rectify your mistake, my God.
Knighted Colin Moriarty superfan Jonathan Cordero writes in.
Ooh, that was a mouthful.
Oh, thanks. He has the honor of closing off the final question here. Casey, he wrote one in for you, but you already answered it. He asked what you thought of achievements. He's got the quick fires.
Okay, so here's the thing. So I love achievements, and I'm just giving you guys shit.
We're not offended.
So, but you know, it's got to be balanced. If you're spending time playing open season or Hannah Montana or whatever to farm achievements or trophies, but you're missing out and you're spending hours and hours of time, I just don't think that's smart.
That's not how that
so,
works,
well, yeah, but most people aren't like us. Like most people don't play 40 plus hours of games a week. I mean, a lot of people do. Don't get me wrong, but so meaning it depends on how much time you have. I went through a massive achievement whoring period, so I get it. But now I feel like I have cut myself off, and I can actually play a game without thinking about how much it's going to buff out my gamer score. Although I still look at achievements to figure out maybe if there's a if the developer thought that there was an interesting enough way to play the game differently to put an achievement to it. So,
I like that. Yeah, that's what I like about him. Greg, one thing you love about living in San Francisco, one thing you hate about it. I love the weather. I know that's a big turnoff for people. I love that it's perpetually fall. It's always jacket weather. Take the jacket off, whatever. One thing I hate about it, it sometimes is a chore to get around with public transportation. That's the one thing, especially now moving out to the Sunset. It's like some of these, Muni rides and whatnot.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get you
Oh,
covered.
I know you got my back.
Yeah, I
That's
got
what
you
love
back.
you. Speaking of you,
Yes.
Ryan.
Yes.
If you had your own gym, what would you name it, and what would you give it the Clements edge that makes it different from the other gyms?
K-pop.
The obvious answer is that the speakers, the PA system would always be playing K-pop to pump you up, and
That's how I get big, huge.
and then I think that I would have to have the name of the gym be something like Saban's Dojo or something like that. Gotta have some
It's Final Fantasy VI.
Final Fantasy VI
That's
reference
nice.
right there.
Right now.
Yeah.
Colin.
Yes.
Do you ever miss writing guides? What was thing you loved about it, and one
I love
thing
how you don't.
hated
I
about
love
it?
how you don't correct it.
Hey, I just want to point out that this is happening, everybody. Read your email before you send it. To beyond@ign.com. We love you.
So I wrote strategy guides for 8 years, and if you include my GameFAQs time, 10 years. So no, I don't miss it. I got my fill. I got my fill, but it was a lot of fun. It was very rewarding. I always enjoyed having this final product. Like I said, I wrote 700,000 word Fallout 3 guide, so that was quite rewarding. And it took 4 months, but
I still remember that.
yeah,
Man.
it was great though, and that guide still kills. But I liked the idea of having this game and not really knowing what it was, and slowly putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and it would slowly fill up, and it would take a lot of time and a lot of dedication and a lot of and New Vegas obviously was the one that broke me, but. I do miss that in a sense, but I love what I'm doing now much more. I'm much happier now. I'm able to do different things, and I'm very excited about that. And the guides team is in great hands right now. So
Variety is the spice of life.
That's why you talk in all these different voices.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Podcast Beyond, episode 199. Remember, if you want to be part of the show, write into beyond@ign.com. Don't bother doing it for next week's show, though, because that's the live episode. 200. The big one.
Yeah.
You can watch it here on IGN.com. 5:30, we'll start the live stream. If you're coming, expect your email today, right, Ryan? You should be able to put out these emails today with this
Yes,
stuff.
it'll be done
Great.
by...
And if you don't get an email by Saturday with confirmation and facts, and you think remember you applied to be part of it, we said you made it. Look for this next email, and then this is the next email. If you didn't get the one saying you've made it, look for another email. You didn't make it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
But everybody else, get ready to party with us in San Francisco. Follow IGN at IGN on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at GameOverGreggy. Ryan is Plum Cider. No Taxation is the one and only Colin Moriarty. And I believe it's Lynch-tacular?
That's correct.
You want to spell that for the kids?
Lynch, like when you hang someone, so that's Lynch. And then like the end of spectacular, so
Okay.
Tacular.
Okay.
Lynch-tacular, my God.
My God.
Ryan,
Yes.
big week ahead of us. Lots of stuff happening here.
I know.
Now I'm nervous because we got nothing. Now it's happening. It's here. I
No,
hope
it
we
is.
planned it appropriately.
Yep. I think we did it.
All right. Well, take me
I
home.
think we're done.
Take me home until we get the kids here.
Remember when E3 first day E3, you're like, well, it's been a good show.
Yeah, I kept
guys.
doing that. Yeah, I did that
Good
once at
times.
Comic-Con, and Damon didn't think it was as funny.
Oh, okay.
On day one, I was like, "It's been a good show, Damon. Hard to believe it's almost over." He just stared at it.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite thing.
Yeah, it's one of them. That
Well,
and the Dunham photo I use.
I
Yeah,
wanted
you
to-
love that. That comes around in an email.
I
Every
wanted
2 years.
to
Creepy.
use this email and song request from our own Noah.
Noah Bench from right down the hall there.
Yep. And Noah writes, Beyond, hey guys.
Beyond.
I have a friend named Teo Acosta, which is a badass name.
Yeah.
He's an audio designer and he makes some really cool music in his free time. It would be super awesome if you could play his tune on the podcast. Thanks. This is from Noah, and there's a postscript which reads,
Please don't read on it.
This is this is my last week at IGN. This is Noah talking, not me. Meeting all the editors and working around you has been really awesome. I'm going to miss it. Thanks again for having me on the podcast.
Noah
You're
Bench
welcome,
is a
Noah.
confirmed attendee at Podcast Beyond 200, though. So make sure if you're in the office here, you say hi to Noah
Yes, absolutely.
and you play a cool game.
Yes. And this song, I didn't even say the song name. I apologize. The song is from Teo Acosta, and it is called The Viridian Forest. And it's kind of dubsteppy, which is why it's awesome.
All right.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Bye.